here. Just explain what you did between last time and what you're doing now.
Well, the last time we mixed up the beer mixture in the primary fermenter, which was a 5-gallon plastic bucket covered with plastic sheet. After about 3 days or so, that when the rapid fermentation settled down a bit, I transferred it to a sterilized carboy, which is a glass bottle with an airlock on the top, water sealed airlock.
Yeah. And
now I've got that set there for, it's almost 2 weeks now. It doesn't often take that long, but I find that the later I transfer it, the longer it takes to brew out. So it's all finished brewing, so I'm going to bottle it today.
Okay.
Before I bottle it, I go downstairs and wash all my bottles. Everything needs to be sterilized. I'm going to remove the airlock. There's the airlock out of there. And I'll place a mixture of corn sugar, about 1/2 teaspoon per bottle.
Okay.
I mix it with boiling water to make sure there was no wild yeast in it, left in it or anything. And I'll pour that into the bottle, into the carboy, and stir it in gently. I don't want to stir up the bottom any more than I have to, because there's a layer of sediment in the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'll put a little bit in there. This is sterilized too. It's finished.
When you're getting geared up for off-roading, the first purchase is a helmet. Choose a helmet that will protect your head and face in an accident. The most important thing is how it fits. When gearing up the kids, don't choose something you think that they will grow into. Having a helmet that's too big is more dangerous than having no helmet at all. Find a helmet that's not too tight, but not too loose. Try on a few and find one that fits the best. To get a proper fit for people with longer hair, it's important they wear their hair as they would on the trail when they're trying on a helmet. Gloves, boots, pants.
Just doing this, I'm hoping I'm getting a good solid mix. Get it well distributed.
Okay.
Hoping.
For more information, go online to aohba.com.
And what will that do again?
What I'm doing now is, instead of sugaring all the bottles individually, I find it easier just to sugar the whole mix before I bottle. Now the corn sugar should be mixed in there pretty well. I'll just put that on there, technical mild yeast for now, until I get around to bottling it in a few minutes. So that should just sit there, and I'll protect that from the light too.
Okay.
When you get the fish like they were, in that finicky position, it's really good to follow up with soft plastics if you get in a...
I just use a black plastic bag. It kind of works good for me.
Yeah.
Number one, you really let the wind be our friend. The wind's really big, but...
The less light you get on your beer at any stage of the process, the better the beer is.
Mm.
The ultraviolet rays and that tend to sour it or make it skunky.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go and take these back down. Now I'll go wash my bottles, and I'll come back in a little while and bottle that all up. Here I am washing my bottles. Sterilizing them actually, because after I use them, I wash them well before I store them. It's a whole lot easier. And store them in under cover, so stray dirt doesn't get in. Bring them up. You use the solution. I'm using a little Javex solution or Javol solution, but there's lots of materials you can buy at the beer store to use that don't have any odor to them.
Yeah.
Javex now has a smell, and you got to be very careful to get that out of the bottles. So I bring them up from my storage area in my cases. Soak them for 5 minutes in the solution, and then I take and rinse them. I have a little device goes on the tap, and it just...
Yeah, you got a little rinse and one there.
Yeah, you just put that on the tap, and then it rinses the bottle. And then put the bottle bottles to drain and then put them back in the boxes. And I usually keep them covered with paper towel or something to try to keep wild yeast out of them. I haven't had trouble with it, but wild yeast can sour your beer too, or affect the flavor or the quality of it.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing this.
Where'd you get that little bottle cleaner thing?
This thing here?
Yeah.
I just bought it at the beer store, the beer supply store. They all have them. They have all the little things, same with my spoons and my siphoning hose and things like that. Well, that reminds me, I got to get my beer filler in and sterilize that. I forgot to bring that down.
And we're using 500 milliliter bottles, I guess.
Yeah, I use the European ones with crown caps. I feel more secure that they're sealed better.
Yeah.
And I like the bottle size better.
Yeah, so we got old Harp.
Good mug of beer in there.
Got the old style Harp bottles, Smithwick's bottles, and Black Sheep bottles. So.
Which are also my favorite types of bottles.
Yeah.
Or types of beer too. Those. A lot of the European beers I like. I'm no expert, but I know what I like.
Yeah.
This batch we're going to bottle today is an Irish stout, so it's quite a good. Whoop! Gotcha.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that. That happens. There's a sample of it I took.
Okay, we're back, and Dad's. Tell them again what you did. I had to restart the video there. So.
Okay, since I filled up, I put the siphon into the carboy. Then I've added an attachment to it that has a little valve on it so I can fill the bottles.
And you can get those at beer supply stores.
Yeah, they're all the stuff you can buy at the beer supply stores. And I got a bright light so I can see when the bottles are near full.
And there we go.
Just lift this right out of here. Do this. I don't like the bright light on here, but well, not much ultraviolet in that.
Takes more than a few seconds to damage the beer anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it won't be here long.
And you're in brown bottles anyway.
Are you ready for the best sequel?
I have trouble seeing through them at my age, so I gotta do it this way.
Yeah. Now available on DVD. I was thinking short
that's a
circuit
nice
too.
dark
Robot is nuts.
Irish stout.
Now available at cbcshop.ca and find retailers
There's a
everywhere.
sample of it in the mug. I just took that out to see if it wasn't sour before I bottled it. And it's not.
Okay.
It's not carbonated. Other than that, it's going to be a fine tasting ale.
Let's give that a try.
There's no off flavors, no.
Microtechnology makes it smaller than a credit card, but gives it
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Once it gets carbonated and the esters die down.
Cleaner, more comfortable shave in half the time.
You'll probably drink it in 2 weeks from now, but I like to prolong it if I can, because the older beer is like us old men, the older the better.
And they'll smooth the shavers. And Microforce is rechargeable and holds its charge up to 10 times longer than standard battery shavers. Extremely compact, so it's easy to be perfectly groomed wherever you go. So if you're using a blade to get a close shave, or an electric because they're convenient, now you can have the best of both worlds and get
So all I'll do now is continue to fill all the bottles until I run out of beer. You can see I've got a couple of cases of sterilized bottles.
Yeah.
And when that's done, I'll cap them with my crown capper.
And your satisfaction is guaranteed. If you don't agree, Microforce gives you your best
Okay,
shave ever.
so
Simply return it for a
that'll probably be it for now until 2 weeks when we open up a bottle and try it.
Test our work.
Yeah.
And if it's done right, it's well worth it. You can brew some really fine beers.
$29.95, but you have to call now.
With a little practice and sticking to the rules.
Okay. Okay, thanks Dad for showing us this stuff.
And we'll have in a couple of weeks, we'll have a beer tasting.
Yeah, we'll do a video on that.
Get together.